Femi, I want to talk about why CRO should be a priority in retail. You talk a lot about the role of CRO in reducing customer acquisition costs. Can you explain a little bit more about why you think that?
First of all, we need to look at the definition of CRO. CRO fundamentally, to most people, is just about A/B testing. If you look at CRO from that mindset and that standpoint, you're really not doing CRO. I believe conversion rate optimization is more than just A/B testing. What I mean by this, we need to kind of shift away from A/B testing centric CRO to more of a digital customer experience. Because if you look at A/B testing happens in Google Ads, A/B testing also happens in email campaigns, and A/B testing happens on landing pages. So the old thinking of CRO as it's been sold to businesses as just being focused on A/B testing. That's why some organizations that have done A/B testing a lot have just been fatigued about what CRO is. It's done a lot of disservice to CRO. But when you look at CRO from a digital customer experience standpoint, you look at it holistically. You look at it that, okay, how can we improve the digital experience? And for organizations that have brick and mortar physical store location, how can they embrace conversion optimization? They can only embrace it if they look at it from a standpoint of digital experience. And to your question about how it reduces cost, Google Ads and paid advertising cost has been increasing, and it will continue to increase because Google, it's a pay to play platform. So the best way for you to kind of reduce your cost fundamentally is to ensure that you're squeezing the best out of the traffic you're getting, and you're using CRO to increase average order value and using CRO to increase the customer lifetime value. You're using CRO to bring back customers that have purchased from you. And when I say CRO, again, I'm looking at it in the context of integrating the digital experience. You're looking at email campaigns, you're looking at different ways, and even working with offline marketing, your brick and mortar store, to kind of improve the end-to-end digital customer experience. So it reduces the cost of acquisition because you get more conversion from what you're already spending. You don't have to spend more to get conversion. You're just improving the quality acquisition you're getting, because CRO will help you improve that as well.
So it sounds like CRO is almost a tool for personalization in terms of improving the customer lifetime value.
Yeah, so what CRO will also help you achieve is you start thinking from a traffic acquisition perspective. You start looking at, okay, how can we improve the quality of your traffic? Because if you're not doing CRO, your emphasis will be increasing budget to increase traffic and hoping to increase conversion, which is counterproductive, because you need to look at how you can personalize. People coming from paid advertising, for example, they would need a personalized landing page. People coming from organic search, people coming from email, different channels. And if you have like an offline campaign that you're sending traffic to your website, if you have dedicated landing pages, that is what CRO helps you to start thinking about. It helps you tailor and personalize your traffic to make sure that you're looking at conversions, you're looking at performance from a channel by channel approach. You're not just looking at everything holistically. You're kind of segmenting and personalizing those journeys to kind of improve the efficiency of those traffic. Yeah.
And presumably CRO for each channel would be slightly different depending on what you want to achieve.
Yes. For example, you have different stages of the purchase journey, and you wouldn't expect a landing page to kind of convert for people that are still in awareness, and convert for people that are in consideration, and people that have high intent. So what CRO would do for you is to really, really help you improve how you optimize for specific channels, and that would then improve your conversion per channel.
What's the impact on brand and brand positioning?
Another good thing about CRO is, if you again, if you look at CRO not just from an A/B testing perspective, you're looking at it from a ROI revenue boosting perspective. When you're optimizing those pages, you're learning that okay, people buy from you based on how you position yourself. It helps you to start thinking, how do we differentiate ourselves? So when you're designing your landing page, you look at all those little triggers that nudges people to convert. So you kind of focusing on positioning yourself in a way to help people convert. Say for example, I bought a shoe recently, a walking shoe, a Hoka. Hoka has been able to position their brand and differentiate it from other brands. So when people are in that consideration stage to buy that product, no other brand comes. I'm talking about brands that are not in that niche, like your traditional brands that have been around forever, don't come into the conversation because their Hoka is operating in a different niche. So CRO helps you to start thinking about brand and your positioning because you're optimizing your value proposition. You're not just praying that every traffic that lands on your landing page converts. So it changes people's mindset to like, oh, how do we differentiate and position ourselves?
I think a lot of people are a bit scared of CRO because it sounds really technical and it sounds like you need to have a really detailed technical understanding of a website.
Yeah.
But is there a role for some humanized insights or a human perspective on
Yes.
the whole process?
Yeah, so with the traditional CRO, where it's just A/B testing, A/B testing, A/B testing, that sometimes when you even have a test that wins and people are kind of probing like, okay, how did that test win? Sometimes people scratch their head to actually explain what made the test win. They might say, oh, because we changed this header, but it doesn't really communicate exactly why. And what CRO from a digital experience perspective help you do is, because you're listening to the voice of the customer, you're actually part of your optimization process is actually listening to customers, doing surveys, trying to at least listening to qualitative insights. That's what CRO does. You kind of understand the human part of what makes people convert. I'm a big fan of listening to the customer, and if you put some people in the room that work in marketing and ask them, have they ever spoken to their target customer? Have they ever heard the target customer's voice? You'll be blown away by the number of people that just rely on analytics data and expect that to give you the voice of the customer. It won't, because people are unique. We are all humans, and every human is unique to themselves. So what quantitative analytics does is just lump people together and just assume people are segments. But when you use good qualitative insights, focus groups, and all those kind of qualitative insights, you kind of get the human perspective of your data. You get the human perspective of what makes people buy, what is important to them, and that's really key to kind of reducing the cost that we mentioned.
In one of your previous videos, you said something along the lines that SEO doesn't get any cuddles when it comes to marketing budgets. What about CRO? How does the CRO perform in terms of budget setting, and what priority should it have?
So CRO, in my honest opinion, is how do they say, the boy that cried wolf. So CRO has been sold inaccurately in most instances, where people just think A/B testing, A/B testing, A/B. That myopic, fanatical tunnel vision of CRO has done a lot of damage. The thing with CRO is, as marketers, as business owners, you just need to look at it from an ROI perspective. Most organizations would just spend money on paid search and just ignore where the traffic lands. CRO love means you're just considering, okay, these people, that where are we taking them? And I'm always blown away when organizations just keep increasing marketing budget and just expecting conversions to increase when you've not done anything on the content on the page, you've not optimized the video, you've not optimized the images, you've not actually optimize for what makes people convert, and then you expect to get results. So CRO, in my opinion, should get more visibility and more attention, because you can't just keep increasing marketing budgets and hoping for increasing conversion. That it doesn't work that way, because your cost goes up and your profit margins go down.
And what about the external social media platforms such as YouTube and Instagram? So obviously CRO on a website makes a lot of sense. Do you propose kind of the same thing with YouTube or Instagram?
So that's a very good question, because people find out about your brand from different mediums and different channels. And those micro touch points are important, because how you tell your brand story will impact the perspective they have of your brand. So while the older generation, when I say older generation, people like myself, we interact and buy in a different way. We need to understand that the younger generation that is coming through, their attention span is quite low, quite limited. So the way you interact with them will be different. The way you create that brand awareness will be different. So, for example, my use of Google search is reducing. I use a lot of ChatGPT and things like that. So to assume that all your traffic will come through through Google Ads, it's not really ideal. So the importance of CRO from that standpoint is using social media as a brand awareness tool. And there are different tools coming up, like video commerce and all those kind of things. That's where you need to kind of start looking at from a top of the funnel acquisition perspective, to kind of create that brand awareness about your brand, because people convert in their minds sometimes before they even get to your website. So if you have enough social engagement from a brand perspective, when they land on your website, there's higher propensity, because you're in their thoughts, you're in their mind, they're already familiar with you. So when they land on your website, it then makes it easier for them to convert. To your point about YouTube, for example, the Hoka shoe that I mentioned earlier on, I bought that shoe based off of consuming content on YouTube, Instagram, and all those platforms. So when I even got to their website to purchase, I didn't actually read any of the content on the website, because I was just looking at the pictures. I already have enough information, and when I landed, I converted. So if you were to put me in an A/B test, you wouldn't be able to understand that none of the things you created on that landing page, apart from the images, made me convert. So when you talk about CRO, you just need to look at it from a holistic perspective. So as business leaders, I would implore you and encourage you to kind of have a second look at conversion rate optimization, and including that into your budget for next year, and making sure that you squeeze the most out of your existing traffic, and not assume that you just have to keep increasing your marketing budget to get more conversion. So if you need help with conversion rate optimization from a digital experience standpoint, we integrate UX, CRO, and CRM, email marketing, to make sure that you get the best result. So connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll be glad to help you.